how do you go from meeting last year to then the collaboration? Because Dallas, like anytime I met you or anybody I know, we know you as the biggest Raptors fan of all time. And then Nick loving music, like this is a collaboration. It's just a match made in heaven. But how do you go from meeting then to actual the collaboration with the Nick Nurse Foundation and the City and Color Indigenous Student Bursary?
Well, I think at first when I went to meet Coach, we talked for a couple hours, but the sort of idea of me going to meet him was we were going to try to figure out something that I could help with the foundation. That was the sort of genesis of the meeting. But then obviously because the season started and he's been away, we just sort of text a lot. Like I'll send him cool tunes to listen to. He'll send me a cool tune to listen to. So we just we're constantly kind of checking in on one another. And then we've both got really wonderful people that help us run our lives. And sort of when this idea came up, they started talking and kind of came up with this cool sort of way to not only bring attention to the foundation, but also kind of to help this thing that I already have started. And my sort of contributions that I've been doing over the years are, I think, sort of fall in line with what coaches are as well with the foundation, right? So trying to help kids, trying to, I think it's important to try to help if you can, right? In whatever way that is, whatever way you can find that it sort of feels natural too. So I think for both of us, the fact that we are sort of aligned on that same headspace, it made it pretty simple.
Yeah, that's been the kind of easiest thing for the foundation for us to build on is to kind of chip in where people have already got some things started. They've got some programs, but they need the funding, right? That's always kind of the magical ingredient.
Yeah.
And so that's a really good way to do that. We've done that with a couple other, instrument for every kid thing down in Hamilton we did, and another one in Toronto, and we're lining up. We haven't given them out yet, but we're really close to giving out a bunch of scholarships and stuff, all music oriented, programs that are there that need the funding. And it's just again, like for me, if you want to get me like smiling or a pep in my step, let's talk about the foundation, because it's really like super fun and gratifying. And like, I didn't have any idea. It's like zero pain in the butt. And it's like super cool when you get we get to do something here cool with Dallas. We got another one we're launching here shortly with Dr. J, one of the greatest players ever. He agreed to come on the board, and he also agreed to do again, we're just trying to figure out ways, since we can't really get out and do events. Like we really love to be playing music and holding events. And like we kicked off with an evening of music, the opening night of the foundation. We got to figure out another way to kind of spark some interest and generate some money and get the funds flowing through, and then get them back out into the community.
I think too, it's so like Nick and I both, we're lucky we get to do the thing that we love, Now we both worked at it and it's been a journey, but we both do end up getting to do the thing that we love. And so I think as far as that, if you have the ability to sort of help in any way, but it's not really, it doesn't take much of our time to just lend a hand. I think that's just the most important part about it too, is like like Coach just said, he's stoked when you talk about the foundation, because it's like, it's not coming up with a game plan with half a team on your bench. You know what I mean? It's not me like, having a breakdown about is what I'm singing about right, or, the little crises I have with my own self trying to write a song. It's like, do you want to make a cool t-shirt with the coach of the Raptors and maybe put some kids through school? Yes.
It's phenomenal. Yeah, you both are leading by example, which I think is also quite admirable. And information about the hoodies and all of that is available right now. It's all over social media and on the Nick Nurse Foundation website. But I just have a couple quick questions I want to ask you guys. Nick, I know you're learning guitar, you play piano. Do you write your own songs? Like, do you write lyrics or anything?
No, not at all. I mean, I'm not saying I'm never going to. I'm not like trying to become a musician or a songwriter or a performer or anything. I just get a real kick out of playing stuff that I, can sing along to a little bit. I'll give you a great example. Yesterday, if you have never seen this, Dallas has probably seen it. I don't know, maybe you have too, but if you've ever seen, we were in Chicago to play the Bulls, when they turned the river green for St. Patrick's Day.
Oh, yeah.
We were staying, I walked down the street. It's really something. right? It's
Yeah.
really something. But anyway, there was a young girl playing the cello, and I was like listening to the song, and it was Someone Like You, and I was like, I'm going back to my room. I brought my guitar. I had brought my guitar. I'm going back. I'm gonna play it. So I've been working on that this morning. So that's what I'm doing. That's what I've had fun. I sing it. I sing it to my kids and sing it to my wife, and I try not to bother them too much.
But it's great. Like you love it so much, and you're already so many steps ahead of most people who love music. You can sit and play the songs you love, or try to at least, you know.
A little bit.
But you know what I mean? Like, and you see, I think it's like, I'm so lucky that I get to do it for a living, right? But it's also the thing I've loved forever since I was young. Like, 'cause and that was what drew me to it, was figuring out how to play my favorite songs when I was younger. As soon as I learned how to like listen to a song and play guitar along to it, I was hooked, right?
Yeah.
So that was like that was the genesis of my love of the music. And then as I got older, like in high school, I started to really realize I loved the writing aspect of it too, and then the performance, and that all came to it. But it all starts, I think, with the same thing that Nick still has, is that just you hear a song and you go, oh my God, that moment of like sheer like joy that you feel when you hear a song and it moves you.
That's
You know?
right. That's exactly right. It's for me again. You want to put a little smile on my face that I could get through the chorus of a song, and I'm like, oh man, that was awesome, you know. And I'll like forever be linked to seeing that Green River to Chicago and that young girl playing the cello when I hear that song, and that's the magic of music, really.
Yeah, absolutely.
And that brings me to the next thing, is because obviously the next logical thing for you both to do is do a collaboration album. And I've already thought of a name for both of you. Like, the group could be called Nick Nurse and the Casual Technical Fouls. Don't know if that's too soon, Nick. I'm sorry. Too soon. I'm sorry. Is that what I want to ask you both? What would be take away City and Color songs, a collaboration? I know that was too soon. A song that you would cover, because for me, I've already thought of it. For me, I thought the Rolling Stones' "Can't You Hear Me Knockin'."
Okay.
Playing open G, like that riff, and then Jagger's Richards, you could take that on. I think you both have the for it.
Well, I think it would have to start. It would probably have to be like, we're gonna have to do maybe like a Prince covers record, right?
Rain.
Well, what I would like to do, Dallas, since we're discussing this now, is there's a whole bunch of people that I think people need to listen to, right?
Okay.
And Prince is one. Stones is good. I got a couple of Stones songs on my album. Is not going to be called The Casual Technical, although that's pretty funny.
Yeah.
That's pretty funny. And just to be sure, it was a Casual Technical. I was talking to the ref. I said, dude, I'm down 30. I don't even care right now anymore. And your boy over there, can you get your boy over there just to call one foul? And he says, you can't talk about my partner. So anyway, that was money not very well spent. So what else? I think obviously I love Thelonious Monk. I love Muddy Waters. I got a little link with Muddy. I think there's always a good BB King in there. Maybe a Springsteen, maybe maybe a Nora Jones. I like Nora. I mean, I'm just there's some people, there's some songs that, man, should be planted in there. And the name of the album is going to be Time Keeps on Moving. And you either do shit or you don't. Yeah. There you go.
Okay. I like that you're reaching for the stars with all the people you want to cover too, like Muddy and Springsteen. And
hey, Chet Baker too. I forgot. Put him on there.
Sure.
Too.
Yeah, we'll get Chet in there.
Alice, what about you?
Well, I'll just be the musical director. If I'm I'll have to just like go where the muse is taking Nick and try to. I've produced enough records. I'll just figure out what it needs to get the best performance out of them. I'll just coach him.
You did tell Coach Johnson wants to sing "Somewhere Over the Rainbow," so I have complete faith in you to make anything happen.
I always forget about that Amir thing until I see a picture of it, and I'm like, oh my God, I got to play basketball with Amir Johnson.
And made him sing.
What a great guy. What a great guy.
Oh,
awesome guy.
Coach, he's my favorite Raptor of all time.
Really? I thought you had Freddie Van Fleet.
Oh, there we
go. I was gonna say, man, let me try to bounce. That's okay. Amir kind of like historical perspective. I get it.
Right. So Freddie's already there, but Amir's because he was a workhorse, and that's all. I just love the effort.
He was awesome.